हेलो एवरीवन, नमस्ते सभी को। वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल जियोस्मार्ट। वॉच द वीडियो टिल द एंड to get a detailed information about the igneous rock. Now let's get started. This is the sound of volcanic eruption. So now you can have an idea that igneous rock is related to volcano. Now what do we understand by volcano? Volcano is an opening in the earth crust through which the molten rock, hot gases and ash escape from the interior magma chamber beneath the surface, which we call magma while it is inside the earth, and lava when it reaches the earth's surface. The word igneous comes from the Latin word ignis, which means fire, maybe due to its link with volcano. So this rock formed under three processes. Number one is cooling of lava, second is solidification of lava, and third is the crystallization or formation of grains. Igneous rock is also known as primary rock because it was originated first of all the rocks after the origin of the earth. Let's see some characteristics of igneous rock. Depending upon the place and rate of cooling, there is much variation in the size of grain. Large grains are formed inside the earth where temperature is very high and the process of cooling and solidification is very slow, whereas the fine grain is formed above the earth's surface where the process of cooling and solidification is very fast. Igneous rocks are roughly hard, so water percolation is difficult along the joint. It is less affected by chemical weathering. Coarse-grained rock is affected by mechanical and physical weathering. It doesn't have strata like sedimentary, but they do have layers. It doesn't contain fossils because of the very high temperature. Joints in the rock forms due to cooling and contraction, so it increases upward. Now let's see the classification of igneous rock. Igneous rock is classified on the following basis: on the basis of the presence of silica content, on the basis of color and mineral composition, on the basis of texture of grains, and finally on the basis of mode of occurrence. On the basis of silica content, it is divided into acidic, basic, intermediate and ultra-basic. Acidic has a silica content of 65% to 85%, basic has 45% to 60% of silica, intermediate has the silica content less than acidic and more than of basic, and ultra-basic has a silica content less than 45%. Acidic rock lacks iron and magnesium. The dominant minerals are white pink feldspar and quartz. It is hard and resistant to erosion, light in weight, and that is the reason it is used for building purposes. Granite is the best example of acidic igneous rock. Here in this picture you can see a granite decorated or a granite used kitchen, and it looks beautiful. Now let's see basic igneous rock. Basic igneous rock is rich in ferromagnesium minerals, hence it is dark in color, heavy in weight, fine-grained and easily eroded by water. The best examples are basalt, gabbro and dolerite. In case you want to note down, pause the video and do the needful. Here in this picture you can see the basalt rock and gabbro. Intermediate igneous rock has silica content of less than acidic and more than basic. Examples are diorite and andesite. In ultra-basic igneous rock, the silica content is less than 45%. Examples are peridotite. Here you can see the picture of periodite, andesite and diorite. Now, on the basis of color and mineral composition, igneous rock is divided into felsic, mafic and ultramafic. Here you can see the picture of mafic rocks and felsic rocks. Gabbro and basalt are examples of mafic rock, whereas granite and rhyolite are examples of felsic rocks. Here is a small picture of ultramafic rock. On the basis of texture of grains, igneous rocks are divided into very coarse or pegmatitic rock, coarse or plutonic rock, medium-grained or hypobasal rock, fine-grained or invisible rock, which is also known as aphanitic rock, no grain or grainless or glassy rock, mixed-grained, which is a mixture of the coarse, medium and fine-grained rocks. Among all the classifications, the mode of occurrence of igneous rock is the most important one. On the basis of mode of occurrence, it is divided into two types: intrusive rock, which formed inside the Earth's surface, and extrusive igneous rock, which formed above the Earth's surface or on the Earth's surface. Intrusive igneous rock formed below the Earth's surface when magma couldn't reach the surface. On the basis of the depth, it is divided into plutonic, which formed very deep, and hypobasal, which formed just beneath the Earth's surface. Extrusive igneous rock formed on the Earth's surface or above the Earth's surface. On the basis of eruption, it is divided into explosive type and quiet type. Now let's discuss the intrusive igneous rocks in detail. Plutonic intrusive igneous rocks are formed due to cooling of magma very deep inside the earth. It is of large grains, and granite is the best example of this type. Hypobasal intrusive igneous rock formed due to the cooling and solidification of rising magma just beneath the surface in the cracks, pores, crevices and hollow places. Hence the solidified in different forms depending upon the hollow places, such as batholith, laccolith, phacolith, lopolith, seal and dikes. So these are not the types of igneous rock, but they are the form or the shape of the hypobasal intrusive igneous rocks. Here in this picture you can see different shapes of the hypobasal intrusive igneous rocks, and in the next slide you will get a detailed information about them. Batholiths are dome-shaped with steep-sided walls where the top is visible after denudation. Best examples are Ranchi Plateau, Murha Pahad, Chota Nagpur Plateau. Laccolith, the term lacco is a German word which means lithos or rock. It is a mushroom-shaped. Ascending gases pushes the upper strata or bedding plane to arc up like a dome while injecting magma in the lower strata. Phacolith formed by the injection of magmas through anticlines and synclines. Lopolith is of a bowl shape or looks like a shallow basin. Seal formed due to the injection of magmas between the bedding planes. If it is thick, it is known as sill, and if it is thin, it is known as sheets. Dike is a wall-like formation perpendicular to the beds of sedimentary rocks. Now let's discuss the extrusive igneous rock. Extrusive igneous rocks are fine-grained because of the fast cooling of lava above the Earth's surface. It is of dark color due to the presence of iron. Feldspar is the most dominant mineral and divided into explosive type and quiet type. Intermediate igneous rock with silica content 45% to 65% is coming under this category. Explosive extrusive igneous rock are of violent in nature and ejecting the volcanic materials of different sizes. Big fragments are known as bomb, small or pea-sized fragments are known as lapilli, and the fine-grained volcanic materials deposited in aquatic condition is known as tuff. Mixture of the large and small particles are known as breccia or agglomerate. Quite extrusive igneous rocks appeared as a lava flow through the cracks and openings on the Earth's surface. After several episodes of lava flow, lava plateaus and lava plains are formed. The best examples are Peninsula Plateau, Mahabaleshwar Plateau, and Khandala region between Bombay and Pune, even the Columbia Plateau of USA. Now it's time to see the two most important types of igneous rock, and they are granite and basalt. Here you can see a complete information about them. Pause the video to take the note. So, this was all about the igneous rock. If you found my video helpful, press the like button and hit the bell icon to subscribe my channel. I'm Jasmine Das, wishing all of you to have a blissful learning. Thank you.